Hello students, welcome to the YouTube channel. In this session, you are going to learn Chapter 9, Connecting PHP and MySQL. Under this, the content you are going to learn in this video is MySQL function in PHP. I want to recall the concept of client-side validation and server-side validation. So the user will fetch the HTML file and they will give the content to the HTML file. For example, if you are booking for a railway ticket and while you are booking the railway ticket, you have to select the train from source to destination, your name, age, everything has to be given. So if you then give your phone number properly, it will say some error. If the email address is not proper, it will say the error. So here the content is given by the user and the quality of the content is checked in the client side in the HTML file itself using JavaScript or any other scripting languages. That is said to be client side validation. Once the content is over in the HTML file, the content will be given to the PHP file. That means a server-side validation file. It can be a PHP, JSP, ASP, any file. But in our syllabus, we are learning PHP file. So while the content is given to the PHP file, this PHP file will fetch the related data from the server. So only it is said to be server-side validation. The real-time example is while you are entering your email account, you will give your username and password. In case if you mistype your username, when you click the login button, the content is checked with the server in the Google or the Reddit or the Yahoo. Then only your error message is given to you. Your username or password is incorrect. Sometimes it will say username is correct, password is incorrect. It will correctly fetch the data and tell. So that is server-side validation. So the content is checked directly with the server present in that and the quality and the check result is given back to the user. So here the PHP is used for server-side validation, means PHP file is having the capacity to communicate with the database. So in our previous chapter we have learnt, that is in your chapter 3, you have learnt how to create a table, how to insert a content in the table, how to delete a table, how to delete the records in the table. So these things you have learnt and we have done that in the exam server itself. So in this video you are going to do all the queries using PHP programming. So how to do that? So the MySQL extension in PHP scripting language which give access to the MySQL database. So we are going to use the MySQL functions to connect to the MySQL database. So the MySQL functions, actually it is more than given in the slide. There are many built-in functions, but in your content, in your syllabus, it is given only this. So in this video, I am going to explain only the functions which is given in your book. MySQL connect, MySQL close, MySQL select database, that is DB, MySQL affected rows, MySQL connect error, MySQL fetch associate. First, we must have a connection between the database. So to make the connection, we need the predefined function MySQL connect. This is a predefined function. It will have 4 parameters: database server name, database username, password, and the database name. Then after the connection, using the MySQL query, connection followed by the query. That means select, delete, insert, update, any queries can be used in this built-in function. Then you have to close the file, MySQL close. So open, use MySQL, that is MySQL query to fetch the data or manipulate the data. Then close the connection. 3 steps. So we'll see the example. So first, it's a full program. We'll see step by step. So I'll hiding all the other lines. So first we are going to see only the connection part. There are 4 user defined variables. $server name, it is a variable given by the user. Username, password, database. Here the server name is localhost. Username is root, password is nothing. So it is an empty single quotes. Then the database name is SchoolDB. It is given in your book, so I have taken the same name, SchoolDB. And it is having a table with the name My Contacts. Here 4 parameters are given. $connection, it is a user defined variable. MySQLi connect, this is the predefined function. 4 parameters: server name, username, password, database name. If MySQLi connect error, no. If there is any error, it will say fail to connect, or else it will say echo welcome. Now we'll check. So first I want to show you that in the exam I have created the database. That means the database with the name school_db. This database is having a table with name My Contacts. It is having the content like ID, full names, gender, contact number, email, city, country. So this is the example given in your book. So I have created the table based on your example. And given the data, there are 5 records inside the table. So first we are creating the connection. So how to check? Same. So here the file name is, I have given as chapter9.php. So connection is established, welcome. For example, if you are giving a unknown database or the database which is not in the server, then the connection will not be there. Save. Can you see there is a error, unknown database, because the database does not exist, it is saying the error. Is it clear, children? If all the parameters are right, if the connection is able to establish, then only we are getting the output as welcome. Next line is, I want to take the records and print. So select star from database. Select star from table name my_contacts where ID equal to. So I don't want, so okay, first we'll have ID equal to 1002. So it is going to fetch only the record which is having the ID as 102. Okay, this is the statement. That this SQL_stmt is a user defined variable. We can have any name here. Important is this query. This query should be error free. Then MySQLi_query connection followed by the statement result. This result will have all the records from the query of select star from. So $rows equal to MySQLi_num_rows. This will say how many records are there. Get number of rows written. First we are making the connection. Then we are using a query as select star from table name where ID equal to 1002. Then 2 steps. One is MySQLi query. It should have 2 parameters. One is connection variable, another one is query variable. Then $rows equal to mysqli num underscore rows is counting the variable, counting the number of records. Then if rows equal to it is checking for the condition. If $rows, that means true means 1, false means 0. Instead of 1, it can be any positive number. So here if the record is at least 1, then the if condition is true. So it has to give the value 1 by 1. So for we are using a looping statement as while row equal to mysqli fetch array. As the content is in the table structure, we are going to take the first record as array value 1 by 1. So 0. What does 0 here means? This ID is 0. Full name is 1 because the index of array starts with 0, 1, 2, 3 like that. Do you remember the types of array you learned in PHP? 3 types of array: indexed array, associative array, multidimensional array. Indexed array is following the index value 0, 1. If it is the associative array, I can give the attribute name, that is the key value connected with the data. So this array function can fetch using index value as well as by attribute value. So both are given here. Then mysqli affected rows will give the total number of affected rows. We'll check the output now. Can you see here? Welcome followed by ID 1002. 1002 means here the given condition is if the ID is equal to 1002. So one record is fetched. Affected row is 1. Instead of 1002, I can give directly as select star from my contacts. So then it will select all the records which is present. I think there are 5 records, so we must have 5 records. Yes, 101, 2, 3, 4, 5. Affected rows are 5. So another built-in function given in a book is mysqli fetch associative. That means it has to fetch the records using attribute name. Same result. Instead of mysqli fetch array, I have given as fetch associate followed by attributes. Instead, here can you see this row of 0? Here I am given as row of 1. So not row of 1, full names, gender. Can we check this? So 5 records followed by full name, gender. Here the first record is Alex Roach male. So here also same. As there is no while loop, it is taking only the first record. Is it clear, children? We can give any query here. So it should be greater than 103. So 104, 105, 2 records will come. Here the first record alone will come. Next predefined function is mysqli select db. Here you have given the db as school db. Okay. While if there is a need, we can change the database. That is mysqli select db connection. The database name is db example. Here we are changing to or switch over into another database and select star from biodata because this db example is having the table as biodata. Then result MSQLi query connection SQL statement. First row and we are asking to print the first two elements. I'll show you what is in this database. So here we are going to see a new database, DB example. Here biodata, a table. In this table, there are three fields: first name, last name, age. Changing the database, query, and query is executed through MySQL query. Connection, query is executed. Then using fetch associate predefined function, I am taking first row, first name, age. Shall we check the output? As the first query is more than 1003, so 1004, 1005. Two rows are affected. Then using fetch associate first two records. That means first the pointer is in the record of 104. So 104 full name and gender is here. Next we are changing to another database and taking the value of first name and age. Arun 15. First name is Arun and it is 15. So do you understand the concept, children? MySQL connect to frame the connection. MySQL connect error no to check the connection is true or false. Then you have to create a query. It can be select, insert, update, any query. Then the predefined function is MySQL query. This MySQL num rows to get the number of rows. Then MySQL fetch array. You can take using index value as well as attribute value. MySQL fetch array fetch associate will take or display the elements through attribute names. Next, MySQL select DB. This is to change the database. I hope you understood. Thank you. Have a good day.